Morning, everybody. Welcome to the Inside Edge. It is Friday, May 2nd. The tale of Nelson Gross is a very Jersey story. In the 1960s, he was one of the most influential people in state politics. He helped make a president, he helped make a governor. He was a very real contender for the U.S. Senate. He went to prison in the 1970s, and in 1997, he was kidnapped and murdered. Nelson Gross had all the makings of a star. This T-neck guy, graduate of Yale, briefly a federal prosecutor. He was 29 when he won a state assembly seat in 1961. He did two terms. He lost the Senate race in a very Democratic year, but the following year he became the Bergen County Republican chairman. Back when that job was a big deal. And in 68, when Nixon was battling Rockefeller and Reagan for the Republican presidential nomination, the plan was for all 40 New Jersey delegates to vote for Senator Clifford Case on the first ballot to try and deny Nixon that nomination. But Gross played a huge role in flipping 18 New Jersey delegates to Nixon, and Nixon won on the first ballot by just 25. Gross backed Bill Cahill for governor in 69. Bergen County delivered a 26,000 vote margin. Cahill won the nomination by 14,000 votes, and he picked Nelson Gross as his Republican state chairman. And then in 1970, Gross ran for the Senate. Republicans thought Harrison Williams was vulnerable. The New Jersey NAACP had censured him for showing up drunk at one of their meetings. And the RNC was brandishing a poll that showed that the race between Gross and Williams was a tie. Nixon was popular in New Jersey. Cahill had just won the state with 60% of the vote. But Harrison Williams beat Gross by 12 points. And there's an amazing side story of how a Texas Democratic primary that year helped Williams win re-election. I'll post that story on the New Jersey Globe site so you can take a look. In 1973, the Republican Justice Department began probing Cahill's campaign finances. Gross had told a donor who had given $5,000 to hide that donation as a business expense. Then he coached the contributor to lie to a grand jury. Gross spent 6 months in prison. Later, he became a successful real estate developer, owned a popular restaurant in Edgewater. And in 1997, three teenagers, one of whom worked as a busboy at that restaurant, abducted him at gunpoint. They forced Gross to drive his BMW to a bank and withdraw $20,000. And then they marched him into the woods between the Henry Hudson Parkway and the Hudson River, hit him with a rock, hit his head with a rock, stabbed him to death with a knife, and the gun wasn't loaded. Gross's body was found a week later, and the teenagers who killed him were released from prison just last year. One final thing before we close for the weekend: the New Jersey political community is mourning the tragic death of Matt Arco, a popular NJ.com political reporter. Matt was just 39 years old, way too young, but he left a lasting impression on those who watched his career, and may his memory be a blessing.